When do Dems detonate? Good afternoon, everybody. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping. I think you're wondering, as much as I am, why the Dems and the deep state have not done a single thing yet. I hope there is no yet, but I think we both agree everything since before the election has been way too calm. Oh yeah, they spew their usual rhetoric and scream at the sky and having Doge delusions, but we fully expected more, much worse. Why hasn't it happened? I'm not really going to discuss what those what could be. I think we all have a good idea what will happen when the Dems detonate, activate. I'm more interested in your opinion on why nothing has happened, because I think at this juncture, why nothing has happened is very likely more important than what will happen, because we've prepared for years for all of the things that we believe are going to happen. But not knowing why they haven't happened could be the most dangerous item. Okay, we all expected something to happen before the election to prevent the election. That was either getting rid of Trump, Vance, a terror attack, war, something where they could have declared a lockdown, martial law, national emergency, whatever, and just simply postponed the election, kind of like pedo Zelensky has done in Ukraine. But they didn't. It went off without a hitch. Yeah, they cheated. Camaho's numbers were probably 50 million more than she actually got, meaning Trump's were that much less. But nothing happened. So then we said, okay, they'll definitely do it before Inauguration Day or at Inauguration Day, because they can't allow Trump to actually become president. So we all waited with bated breath, expecting at any moment. And the only thing that happened that I believe is still a bit sketchy in my book was Trump moving the inauguration inside due to cold weather. That seemed sketchy to me. Then I was deeply disappointed and a bit mystified that Trump invited all the very same billionaire boys club who had done everything they could since 2016 to thwart Trump, to stop Trump, to mis and disinformation everything Trump said and did, and patriotic folks like us. all of a sudden, they're all best buddies. That worries me. So nothing happens at the inauguration. A lot of Dems didn't go, if you remember, which on first blush, I don't give a shit if they don't go. I wouldn't care if none of them went. But did they have knowledge that something was supposed to happen, but then never did for some reason? We don't know. We may never know. So the inauguration happened, J20, and since then it has been a literal flurry of activity. Non-stop, one might say. Also curious is that Trump had approximately 20 people that he had put forth for his cabinet regime. None, zero, zip, zilch. Not a single person was denied. They all got in. Yeah, there was the usual show of the confirmation hearings that were literally ridiculous as the Democrats exposed themselves to be big pharma whores and just anti-Americans. But nobody got turned down. Yeah, there was a couple close votes, but I think that was all for appearance. I don't think, can I say that it was all prearranged that they all get in? No, I don't know that. But I'm trying to think of another time where a president got every single one of his desired candidates in. Now, we could say Matt Gaetz had to drop out and they picked Pam Bondi, but I think that was all kind of staged as well. Now, I'm not a Q guy, so don't go thinking that I believe in trust the plan, it's all a movie and all that stuff. I'm not on board with that. But I find it odd that they all got in. But still, during all of this, we're still waiting every day, literally every moment almost, for something to happen. At least I was. I still am. And I don't get it. So now Trump is negotiating a peace deal, and it appears that that will take place with or without little pedo bitch. And the Dems are all up in arms about that, and all the flag-waving, virtue-signaling Demtard sheeple. And that's all the screaming and hyperbolic talk is simply because the Democrat masses, they don't love Ukraine or Zelensky. They couldn't find it on a map if you spotted it for them. They hate Orange Man bad, and probably you and I and America. That's all that's about. They are, if Trump wants it, we're against it. Just like the Doge crap. So the Democrats and the rhino warmongers cannot be happy that Trump is getting ready to eliminate their cash cow, Ukraine. Remember, Ukraine is not in NATO for a very specific reason. All the other NATO countries are governed by the Geneva Convention. As a member of NATO, money laundering, child sex trafficking, chemical bioweapons labs, drug running, all that crap will get you kicked out of NATO. But Ukraine is centrally located among all those cesspool shitholes. So they all do their dirty work in Ukraine. So, and if peace between Putin, Russia, and Ukraine, if a deal is reached, then the Dems and the rhinos and all the, your Britain, your Europe, your Germany, your France, those people all lose hope that big bad NATO would take down Russia and all their natural resources would be available to everyone else. Because that's what this is about. So, the Ukraine political system has stated that they are starting impeachment proceedings against the penis-playing piano guy. We'll see how that goes. I see some demtards on Commie Book were screaming that Zelensky had the right to not allow another election according to directive, blah, 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 during if there is war. Well, that is probably true, but based on if there was an actual war, not the fact that your dictator, former president, is continuing the war just so he can stay in power. There's a difference. And that's what this impeachment hopefully does. And we need to get Doge to find out where the majority of the money went over there. I mean, most of it came back here into the pockets of the politicians who are screaming the loudest that they don't want Doge even finding fraud and corruption. So something's got to give. That's my point in this video. When is it going to happen? Why hasn't it happened is our bigger concern. Oh, stay vigilant, stay aware, because something is going to happen. There's just no way that they can allow all this stuff to continue unfettered and Trump gets everything he wants and America is saved. JT, signing out.